What's up, everybody? It's your boy Smooth, and you're watching Off the Rack, a show where we tap in with all the real tastemakers behind the DMV's fashion and culture. And today we're at Upscale, one of the busiest resale hubs in the DMV, where their brands, sneakers, and prices all speak for themselves. Let's get into it. All right, everybody, we got the trio of the hour here today. You can follow them on IG and all the social media platforms at Upscale MD and Upscale VA, both respectively. Mitch, Antonio, Leo, how y'all boys doing this morning?
Doing good.
I appreciate y'all taking the time early this morning, so we're gonna jump right into it. So Mitch, how did Upscale ultimately begin?
Well, I started off reselling shoes back in Richmond, and then I had tried applying to basically every single mall in that area. All of the malls declined me, and the only mall that accepted me was Springfield Mall.
Okay. So that leads me to my second question. So with you and Leo, you guys, like you said, you also have a second location inside the Springfield Mall in Virginia.
Yeah.
What made you guys ultimately want to expand to Virginia?
Well, starting off, when I opened up Springfield, Virginia, it was just me by myself.
Yeah.
So I think Leo was working at, Finish Line?
Yeah, Finish Line.
So he worked downstairs, and I ended up hiring him.
Yeah.
So then on, he just been with me for like the past 3 years.
And how did that relationship kind of start? Like, you said he worked downstairs at the Finish Line. So like, were you coming up from lunch? Like, what was it? Were you checking out different sites, or like, what was it?
After my breaks, I would go upstairs, I'll pass by, then and there, one time I said, I'm gonna go in. So I went in a couple times, I met him and some other people in there.
Yeah.
I started getting to know them.
Yeah.
I saw their post, I think they were hiring, so I applied.
So Antonio, what does managing this Maryland site mean to you? And expand on your role here a little bit for what you do for people that don't know.
Yeah, so I'm the manager here. My day-to-day routine, I do a little bit of everything. I kind of do the inventory, put up clothes. When the day's over, I count the cash for the store. Just make sure the store is clean. Kind of like every daily role of the sales associate. Just make sure everybody knows their job. That's about it.
Okay, and so this might be, you guys can work on this one together, but what is the difference in how you might manage or run the Springfield store compared to this Maryland site, if there's any differences at all?
It's a huge difference because mainly in the Springfield store, it's pre-owned shoes. Or are you saying like as far as how it sells stuff, or?
It can be either or, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Springfield is just like a completely different store because here at this store we sell nothing but brand new,
Okay.
At the store in Virginia is always we're buying pre-owned shoes, we're selling pre-owned shoes, but here in Maryland we mainly sell brand new shoes and a lot of way more clothes.
Okay.
In Virginia.
So what was one of the earliest challenges that you got that you would probably say that you had to go through in order to build this up to what it is right now?
I would say first starting off would be just trying to get inside of the mall. I probably applied to every mall in Virginia and Maryland, and the only mall that took me was Springfield. Then the second part to that question would be, I would say, when I opened up the store, I was the only employee, so I worked in the store for probably about 100 days before I finally had my first day off.
100 days.
Yeah, open the close.
So how would you describe Upscale's brand identity?
I don't know. I mean, because now it's two different types of stores.
Mm-hmm.
At first in Virginia, it looked more so like a buy, sell, trade, kind of like how most stores were.
Yeah.
But now with this store, it's really just became like unreleased, anything that's trending in the moment. People come here, just to get it.
I feel like it's big, like on the fashion sense.
Yeah,
It's more like
it's not just like
different
a
styles
shoe
and
store.
brands,
Yeah, okay.
stuff like that.
And so you guys talked about it a little bit earlier where you said it's a different vibe from between both stores. So this one is like more newer stuff, and like the one in Springfield is more buying and reselling pre-owned shoes and stuff like that. So how do you guys decide on the inventory, even if it's from both stores? I know like you guys say you guys, buy, trade, sell, at the Virginia location, but this one, you can answer this one as well. Like, how do you guys figure out what goes in the store, what doesn't?
I really say just off the customer base, talking to the customers, seeing what the customers wear. In Virginia, I say it's more so like Jordan 4s,
Retros.
Jordan 4s, like, and it's at that mall it's also way more kids.
Yeah, okay.
You know, they're heavy on like, for example, like Black Cats and like Red Thunders and Yellow Thunders compared to this store. It's more so
Like Dion's,
Yeah.
Barclays, Unreleased shoes.
phone posits. It's really like
real DMV
DMV
culture.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I see y'all also got like the bricks, y'all got the Timbs, y'all got the phone posits, y'all got everything. So it's a little bit more like if you want to come in, you want to get a fit together, you can get a designer, you can get a designer shoe, you can rock the Jordans, you know. But the other store is more so like, you know, kid friendly and kid, like you know how they have the kids. So this is like how Foot Locker, they got the Foot Locker and then they got the kids Foot Locker or like the House of Hoops. Okay.
And the other store is kind of like real buy, sell, and trade.
Yeah.
So you can go in there and you can bring in, say, like 5-6 different shoes that you had in the closet. And say over there they might have like a Travis Scott one, which costs like $1,000.
Yeah.
You might can get some money off of your purchase to
So the
grab
more
what
you
you
bring
want.
in, the less you know, the less on your
It's
purchase.
kind of more like I would say like sneaker culture. Like more like
Just like a.
So would you say the audience is the customer by store is different? So like you said, this is a little bit more. I've been in here before, obviously trying to figure this out. But I see a lot of older guys. They want to come in. They want to get some of the veil. They want to get some of the the bandit. They want to get a lot of the different stuff. But the one in Virginia, that's more
I would say the Virginia is basically like a buy sell trade, but I feel like this is almost like a higher DT LR. where it's just like people are just coming in to just shop and that's it. Compared to Virginia, where it's like people are always trying to bring something in to trade to knock down the price.
So would you say that there's more shoes sold here or the location in Virginia?
I would say you could say kind of both, just because of how much clothes we sell compared to Virginia.
But would you say that more clothes are bought at this store than? Okay.
Virginia is mainly just like it's a kids mall, so I would say
that's where the families is coming in.
Essential
She's
hoodies.
coming in.
Yeah.
Get some newbies. You want to get some of the 5s. You want to get some of the 4s. You want to get the gammas. For Christmas. Those are going to be the type clients and customers that come to the store. Okay. We talked a little bit earlier, and we talked about the difference between and similarities between both stores. Would you guys say that Upscale is more than just a store? Would you guys say that it's more of a community now, or growing into a community? Like, what would you guys think? Or your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would say for the Upscale Maryland store, I would say it's more so most definitely a community thing.
we have a lot of customers that come in here just on a regular and like talk to us and just come in here talk for 20 minutes or just they haven't seen us in a week or two, so they just stop by just to make sure we good. So it's definitely like a community base. We build like real like connections with a lot of customers that came in here. So
you guys don't even mind that sometimes people just want to come in here and chop it up with you guys.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you ain't hurry up and buy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you guys want to come in, you guys want to, chop it up, you ain't been in a while, see some of the new releases, see, what might be coming up. They obviously value you guys' opinion. So I think, so how do you make sure that everything in the store is authentic? Because if we look back to this wall, we're going to be at this wall in a minute. You see a lot of Veil, you see a lot of Supreme, you see a lot of Fear of God, you see a lot of everything. So how do you make sure that everything is authentic when it comes to getting it in stores?
Well, for me, as far as the clothing, a lot of the clothes we're able to get off the site, or we either have a contract with the clothing brand. So it's mainly coming directly from the actual, whatever brand we're purchasing it from.
So, and speak back to where you say you first started selling shoes in Richmond. So, like, would you say that there's anything that you learned from back in the day in terms of, on some old school Nike hustle shit where you're just buying, selling, trading out of your car, but now you have a store? So has any of that translated in terms of, what I'm saying, we was doing it out of a car, but now we got a store and I know how to find pieces and clothes for for what I want in the store?
Well, I would say as far as when I was selling shoes in Richmond, I was never selling clothes. It was only just shoes, like the UNC 4s, UNC 1s, Hyper Royals, releases like that. But I would say it's honestly the same thing, just getting what the customers want and then just, selling it for whatever price. I will say it was probably more fun when you have to, wake up every day and kind of like chase the money.
Yeah.
Compared to you got to open up the store at 10 o'clock and wait for people to come to you, compared to when you got all the shoes inside the car, you just drive it to whoever is trying to buy the shoe.
So how would you say, you know, in terms of finding different pieces? We're going to talk about different resale trends in a minute, but matter of fact, we'll just talk about it right now. What resale trends do you guys see more often in this time period right now?
I guess I would say designer shoes is very popular right now, and clothes right now is just very popular.
One question I have is that how do you find out what customers are really looking for? Like, how do you keep your ear to the street and, you know, knowing what to put in the store?
Well, for me, when I was reselling on Instagram before I had the store, I would always go to a lot of sneaker events in New Jersey, New York, and even some events down south. Yeah. So I still follow those accounts. So, for example, just off of the clothing, Godspeed, I follow a lot of New York resellers. Yeah. And Godspeed is from New York. So when that was already starting to become popular up there, I just already hopped on it, you know, last year. Yeah. So now that it's already a trend, we've already, you know, been selling it. Yeah.
And so you talk about a community, especially at this Maryland one. How do you teach customers the importance of like value? I know sometimes when you teach them about certain pieces, because I know you said like they come in, they want to talk to you guys, they want your opinion on the outfits. And I remember when we talked off camera, you said that a lot of them will come and you give your honest opinion on like, I don't really mess with this outfit for real. Like, how do you kind of take it upon yourselves to teach the community in the upscale community?
Teach them about
in terms of, you know, whether they come to you in terms of, you know, opinion or like, oh, I mess with this, you know, this brand, or I like this upcoming brand. Like, you know, I think you should check it out. I think it's more your speed. You know, how do you know, appease the customers in terms of, you know, what they come in looking for?
I would say that's probably done through the Instagram, because when the customers come in, yes, they see all of our clothes, but on our Instagram, we put like outfits with the pieces that we have. So we have a new clothing brand. We'll probably make like an outfit for each new piece that we just got in the store.
And telling the customer about like the history of the up and coming brand, or where the brand originally from, and just like getting like a background knowledge of about the brand. Or some of these pieces might go for more online, but we had it for affordable price here. So just telling them that they getting a good deal, just coming here, just grabbing this, because after you wear it, you might can sell it online or go to a different store around here and sell it to them. So it's all about just telling the customers the value and stuff like that.
I think you can also add that also to like the unreleased shoes. Like sometimes customers will ask, for example, like the Black Cats, we were charging $400 unreleased, and we had them about maybe like 6 weeks early, or maybe like a month early, a month and a half early. Yeah. So the main thing customers sometimes ask is because they're unreleased, but they'll say, okay, if the price is $400 right now, when they come out, what will the price be? Yeah. And we're always honest with them. We say, you know, depending on how limited the shoe is, it could end up being $450 on the day of the release.
The price might go up,
or the price may go down. But we knew on a shoe like the Black Cats, regardless if the market did go down, it was still going to be a holiday shoe. So I think right now we're selling them for $380. And, you know, they release now, but we've had them since the beginning of November, and they were $400. So basically, you only pay $20 extra than what you'll be paying now, but you got them a whole almost 2 months early. So that's just like something for like the value that the customers get.
Since opening up, have you guys seen any changes in terms of customers, maybe new customers, old customers? How have customers changed since you guys been open at both locations?
I would say for the Maryland store, when we first opened up, we were mainly just known for Asics, because when I opened up the store, I had to figure out what shoes were selling. And Asics was a trend. So once I started selling a few pairs a day, I just sold all the inventory that I had, Jordans and everything. I just fully invested into Asics. So I think probably last year we probably had 400 Asics at one point. But we had a whole lot of like different colors. So we had people traveling from Baltimore, Philly, just like all neighboring states, just because I feel like no store in the area had the amount of colorways that we had. Probably had like 60 to 70 different colors.
Yeah, when you go to like some of these like Foot Locker, you go to a Finish Line or something like that, you normally see like a typical, you know, brown, you might see the gray pair or something like that, but when you look on the wall, like you see some of the, you see the green lime, you see the, you know, the frosty blue, you know, you see the lavender, and so I see what you guys are saying when it comes to that. So in Asics, they were a shoe, and a lot of times they were looked at as more of a hospital shoe, but now, you know, they kind of came back. What's one trend, like it could be a sneaker, it could be any clothing piece, fashion, that you will, if all three of you guys had the option of, what would you bring back?
I would probably say Nike basketball with like KDs and Kobe's.
Yeah, like the bronze 9s and all them. So what was one of your, out of all of those, which one was your favorite? Silhouette, like any of the version, like it could be the bronze 9s, it could be the KDs, like
I would probably say the Kobe 8s.
Kobe 8s, yeah, and like the Grinches, like which one?
Kobe 8 with us. It's a lot of different pairs. My bad, you had caught me off guard with that. Which colorways?
Yeah.
But the Kobe 8 with us. But I wouldn't say just the Kobe 8s.
Yeah.
I would say like the
basketball,
KD 6s, KD 5s.
Because that was a point in time.
LeBron 10s, yeah.
Because that was a point in time where you could wear basketball sneakers with your outfit. Yeah, you could wear them with your jeans. But now it's more so like,
nobody's doing that.
And why do you think that is, in your personal opinion?
I just think it's just trends. I think like now, like they have shoes like Anthony Edwards. I just think it just might take like
the Harden,
that.
You know, different
it's going to take that one shoe to make people start doing it again. Yeah.
Is there any trends that you guys would want to bring back?
Probably dunks.
Dunks, okay. It's like you like the OG like Pandas and like all the other ones, or you just like Pandas played out like?
Nah, it's cause when dunks was my favorite time, just cause that was when I was working at Upscale. So like dunks, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, cause I was working at Finish Line. People would come in and buy dunks, like resellers all the time.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't think dunks were that crazy. And then when I started working at Mitch's store, oh my God, the amount of people that wanted dunks, it was like incredible. I didn't think it was that serious though, but it made me realize how big of an impact that made to the sneaker game with dunks. It's like the ones. How I see it is like the ones. That's how I see it.
And what about you, Antonio?
I missed the Yeezy wave. All the Nike Yeezys, just the whole Yeezy Kanye wave.
The 700s, the 60s,
the 700s. I like all of Kanye stuff, even like his music and stuff. I'm just a big fan. But I probably say like the Nike Yeezy ones. I like the boots. I like the Wave Runners. All the shoes like that. I kind of am fond of. Wish that can come back.
Yeah. If you could collab with one brand or local creative, you know, for Upscale, what, if there's any, would there be any? Like, who would it be, or what brand would you?
Local clothing brand?
Yeah.
I don't really know any local.
Or even like back in the old, not back in the old days, but you know how you had the Eat, you had Sabiato, you had, you know, if there's any brands or, you know, that you think of off the top of your head, or no?
I can't think of any local clothing brands.
DMV clothing brands. Can't think of any.
Okay. So this last segment is called Smooth or Not. So the name of the game. So I'm gonna name a couple of items, pieces, shoes. You guys are gonna give me your honest opinion. You know, smooth or not. And then once you say smooth or not, you're gonna, you know, explain, give us a little, you know, think piece on why you think it is what it is. Okay. Y'all ready? All right. First one, Veil Forever.
I would say smooth. Yeah. I feel like they got good designs. The only issue that I got with Veil is just like they cropped hoodies. Like the hoodies is nice, but I feel like they should really stick with hoodies. It's not everybody want the hoodie coming up like all hot.
Yeah, you got different builds and all that. Do you mess with like the embroidery or like the veil, or is it?
I just think that them compared to any other brands that's out right now, they just got so many different types of pieces. It's not just hoodies, it's not just t-shirts. They also have like flannels too.
Smooth.
I say smooth. Yeah, smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, they got some good designs. They got different like rug t-shirts and they got different like pants and all their stuff look good.
Yeah.
It's like good quality. You can tell they take some time to think about the designs and how they gonna do these certain pieces and stuff like that.
Would y'all say Vail is ahead of the game right now? Is one of the more popular brands, or is there some that you probably would say that's over?
I mean, you know, all the brands just go off of like what's trending at the moment. Vail can be at the top right now, but all it takes
It's a
is
cycle, yeah.
a new clothing brand to come out, and then they gonna start saying Vail is washed. And then,
Yeah.
For the moment, yeah, I would say Vail is probably the best, just because they have an even spread of so many different things compared to some brands. Like they might just be known for a certain type of piece, like maybe just a hoodie or some type of t-shirt.
Yeah. Raspberry Hill.
That's his brand.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
we like that brand.
Love Raspberry Hill.
So what would you say, smooth or not, or it's like?
No, it's smooth, but like the stuff that I like from Raspberry,
It's a little bit different than what he might like.
that too. But some of the stuff is like, okay, with Vail is gonna release something every month.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like a new collection. Like the stuff that I like that Raspberry has came out with has already came out like last year. There's no way of getting it unless you like go on like Grailed or something and pay 2 times the price. So
Yeah.
I would say, for me, I would say Vail, just off the fact that I can get it for retail. Raspberry, that stuff, some of them pieces go for like $500. So,
I like Raspberry Hill because they keep their brand like kind of limited. You kind of gotta go on the hunt for it for certain pieces, and their pieces is I don't know. Just my
You like
brand
the
right now.
exclusivity of it.
Yeah, but their pieces is good too. Like their sweatpants, their zip up hoodies, they all fit kind of cool to me. So,
yeah, Raspberry would be number 1 if I could get it for like retail every time. But like if I'm not getting it for retail, yeah.
prices, the resale prices do be kind of crazy on certain pieces. Yeah, like
Would you
certain
say
pieces-
they worth it, or?
See, I never bought a Raspberry Hill piece secondhand,
Mhm.
so I wouldn't. If I can't get it for like a steal from like a,
You gonna leave it?
yeah,
You gonna leave it where it's at?
yeah. But they did just release some Raspberry Hill boots, like some, and I think they going for like $400 or $500. Though that is something that like I might buy.
Yeah, because that's like a signature piece, like something that, you know what I'm saying, you could over and over, you know, whatever.
Wear with different fits, yeah.
Okay, so who decides for?
I say smooth. It's not my swag personally, but I'd say smooth.
I seen the head nod, so yeah, you feel a little passionate about that.
I feel like it's just too much, honestly. I think it's just too much. Like when you're wearing like all that in the front, I don't like it. I don't like when it comes to like, cause Vail is with the Vail. I'm a picky dude when it comes to clothes. I'm gonna be honest. I go with like simple. So when I seen Vail for the first time on their Instagram, I hated everything until I saw one piece that really blew it away. But for Vail, it's like I never seen a single piece that I like personally.
Oh, we're
But I
talking
understand.
about for what's it called?
For God of War, yeah. I didn't see a single piece that I like. I'm gonna be honest. But I see why people wear it.
Yeah.
But I don't. What's like? What y'all supposed to wear?
Like 4.
Yeah, I don't see why people. Yeah. But
So
I
for that
understand
price,
why.
it's like, man,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It's probably just me, but I just don't understand it.
So what Vanity Pack? Alright, I'm gonna cut that
What
one.
was that?
It's Vanity Pack. That was one of the brands.
Saint
like,
Vanity.
It's probably
Saint
Saint Vanity.
Saint Vanity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, so Saint Vanity, smooth or not?
I would say smooth. I like their shirts. Yeah. They got a decent brand.
Kind of.
It's alright to say it's not smooth. I mean, you've been on a record of saying smooth, even the ones that you ain't really messing with.
I say not smooth. Yeah, I say not smooth.
I would only say smooth on their shirt. I like the Saint Vanity on what it says. Shit.
Alright, the Chicago Jordan ones.
Classic smooth. That's a classic shoe.
Yeah.
You gotta respect it, even if you don't like the shoe. It's kind of that's a classic.
I wasn't a big fan. I'll be honest.
I mean, they're classics, but there's so many different colored Jordan 1s I would pick way before those.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So which ones would you pick over those?
Pine greens, red toe, royals. I probably
smoke
pick
those.
those.
Nah, he gonna say most.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
smoke.
Well, over the Chicago's?
That's crazy.
What, the Mochas?
Mochas.
I don't like all that white. You know, if the shoe got black in it, I'll probably grab it. But
Black
like,
Black
yeah,
with everything.
that's why I said like
Black toes.
The black toes, yeah, I like
Red
the black
toes.
toes. Black toes, red toes, yeah.
Oh, and
Even the Royals.
the Shattered Backboards too.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not really like a fan of the base of my shoes. Got to be like black, like another color.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of like white and something else.
It's dirty real quick.
Yeah, and I just don't like how it looks.
So are we saying smooth based off like
Your personal, yeah.
Like, you know, I won't wear it though. It's a classic. No.
For free, you won't wear 'em?
For free, I would.
Okay, that's
Free is for me.
Yeah. But my favorite ones is like the shadows, the black and gray joint.
Oh yeah, I ain't get the shadows.
And the
yeah.
Royals, those like my favorite ones. But smooth, if it's free, yeah. But I'm not just gonna go out my way and buy them.
Yeah, so you're not gonna go out your way and buy.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about the Jordan 4s? Any of the Jordan 4s, like that shoe in particular?
Yeah, who goes first?
Damn. I think I'll say the Red Thunders.
Well, no, he said
Oh,
like
smooth.
Oh, it's smooth. Yeah, it's smooth for sure.
Yeah, I would say smooth. Yeah. Not even just being like a hype just because that's what's currently popular. I've been had Jordan 4s. Now like is the Jordan 4 retro like my top 3? No, but I still got 4s now.
I say smooth. The Bread Force is my favorite shoe. One of my favorite shoes of all time. So I say smooth for the whole.
So a DMV staple, the New Balance 990s, smooth or not?
I mean, I'm not from the DMV, so
it doesn't have that much of a scale. You're the first person because a lot of times, earlier episodes that we shot, DMV staple. So it's good to get an opinion of somebody who's not originally from the area because you have Baltimore and you got Philly that say they with the New Balance the 990 era, but we always feel like in PG and DC they
like that's
always,
the main staple. Yeah.
Like you always gotta have a great always a great area. Yeah.
That's the ones that we be selling, right?
Yeah, those are, yeah.
I mean, they cool. I'm not gonna say
You don't see
that.
the hype over 'em?
Nah, I don't. I don't. There's so many shoes I picked before those. But as far as as New Balance, yeah, they cool. They cheap.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't understand it because there's different versions of that, right?
Yeah, it got
Those,
the
different
V1,
versions.
V2.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at first.
I don't know nothing about that. Okay.
I mean, I would say it's smooth just because I had a pair in middle school. I had the black ones. People wanted either the white, the gray ones or the black ones that reflected. I remember when I had them, it wasn't really. I didn't get the right version because mine was reflected I think it was the back part was only reflective and the end wasn't as reflective of it.
I'm saying smooth. It's a DMV classic. The V3s, the V4s, the whole 990. I say it's smooth.
What's that one? The 2002R. That's with the protection pack, right?
Oh yeah.
I would probably pick that New Balance model over the
990. So that's your personal take.
Yeah, so anybody that's going, I'm not from the DMV, that's why I'm picking it. Because I feel like that model looks better in my opinion. I think I had a pair of those when I was younger though, the 990s, but I wouldn't go ahead and go out my way and buy them now. Yeah.
So we just need a little disclaimer because we need to make sure because I don't want nobody in the comments or nothing. He's not from DMV, right. So it's just not as significant. I don't need no hate, no flat. He's new to the area. He's still learning. So
he's still adapting.
So the last one we talked about Asics a little bit earlier. So the Asics Tech Runners. What do you smooth or not?
I would say smooth. I own a couple pairs of those. I got the Keanos, the all black ones. I got a few 1130s. It's smooth. I feel like the trend now is dying down compared to what it was last summer. But yeah, I said they're smooth.
Yeah, I'm probably in the middle. I'm gonna be honest. I used to call them grandpa shoes. I don't know,
Mine he got on the gallery.
That's what I'm saying. He got it.
Okay,
With the chrome hoodie too.
He's a hype beast, so If it was last year, he'd be saying smooth. But now that the fact that it's kind of dying off.
Nah, it's like, cause I remember I called him grandpa shoes until he had a pair on. He had I think it was like the cloud grays, and I was like, damn. Now looking at it, I'm gonna try it out. So I got a pair.
And then he had a pair.
I got a pair and I started beating them up and I started like, damn. And then I started wanting the more exclusive stuff, like something that no one has, because everybody started walking with Asics, because in where I'm in Springfield, it's slow. It's like Asics over here was trending, but over there it wasn't, and it started growing, so people started having them more and more. And I was like, damn, this guy just walked in with the same pair I have. It's like I wanted to be more exclusive at that point, so I started going for like the craziest out of the craziest, and I ended up in the gallery departments. So I'll say it's smooth depending on the colorway. There's too many colors. K14 didn't catch my eye. I prefer the cloud grays over, the 1130s over anything.
I'll probably say that.
Why?
I mean, it's like, they cool, but it's nothing I go out and go buy for real.
Yeah.
Not no more.
I only got one pair.
Yeah, you got a pair though.
Yeah, that don't mean.
Are they something that you
They comfortable though. I do say they comfortable and they like an everyday shoe.
Yeah.
Like you want like an everyday shoe, just go grab a pair of Asics.
I would say it was a real cool trend, you know, because it's always been like Jordans, different type of shoes, and Asics just came like out of nowhere. And I liked how affordable they were for everybody. You know, like for kids going back to school last year, you know, if your parent, it's not like how it was when I was going to school where Jordans was sitting on the wall, like, you know, you might be able to get you like a Sport Blue 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
So for the parents to be able to just buy like what they call a white cloud to like the black pair like 1130s, and they only cost like 120. I feel like
nice and cool.
that was cool.
Affordable, yeah.
But now it's like the trend kind of slowly like dying off.
So
I feel like people don't really understand when people's Asics start coming up. Like people don't understand. Like adults didn't understand why their kids wanted stuff like that. They didn't understand.
They so used to the Asics being like
hospital
shoes.
shoes, hospital shoes, and all that.
You could go buy it like on the Asics website. They didn't understand why am I paying so much for something like this? They didn't understand.
Yeah, a lot of parents like last year for back to school, they would come in here and they would be like, why do Asics cost like $300? And we had to kind of explain to them that it's kind of like a hot commodity. It kind of sold out everywhere, and just like, supply and demand.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was kind of something that we probably had to explain like every day working in the store.
Because like I said last year, when the Asics trend was so popular in the DMV area, we were just trying to grab any color that we could get. So we had like really limited colors that you probably only ever seen like online or like somebody wearing it on Instagram. So we had Asics in here that was $350, certain colors.
Yeah. And one last question. So I know we talked a little bit when we talked about, Asics, and we talked about, resale trends right now. If you guys could see into the future, what do you think is a resale trend that in the next couple of weeks, or next couple of months, or next year, around this time again next year will probably be, if anything you can see, out in the culture. I know you missed the hype beast, so it's like, what I'm saying, you kind of have a one up on what might be coming soon. So what would you guys say is a trend that might be, you can predict? Yeah.
Are we saying like shoes and clothes?
Yeah, either or.
What you think?
I say for shoes, I think it might be like more designer shoes, and probably like, and Vans been on the kind of run.
Because the Vans, I've seen the Vans, and then like the rhymes,
the Paralyzed joints. I think those might be like Vans might have a wave in the next year or two. Designer shoes, and I feel like Nike and Jordan are always gonna be in the mix. It's just they've been in the mix for the last 25 plus years, 30 years.
So they're never gonna get old.
I don't think they're never gonna get old. There's always a clientele of people that just want the newest Jordan that come out on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
I think it's gonna be more like bulky shoes. Bulky shoes.
It's like the Balenci, like those type of
more bulky.
Heavy.
Cause like cause I remember I asked people like, cause the 90s, 60s, they're more bulky. Like when you're walking, they like wide. So I asked people, I was like, why is it? Because a lot of people start getting them more. And I'll start asking people like, why are you? It gives them that like Balenci feel, Balenci look. So that's why people feel like bulky shoes gonna be coming up.
I would say, I don't know. I feel like shoes right now is just in a weird place because people want the designer shoes, but not the average person about to go spend $1,100 on some designer shoes. And then with the designer shoes, you go ahead and buy that shoe. Then it's a new designer shoe from a different company. It's just like it's always
left behind.
Yeah, and then you already spent $1,100 on it. You know, not in this economy. I don't feel like designer shoes is about to be like trending. But everybody want to look like they got money, so it might still be.
Do you think that's a reason why a lot of people gravitate towards the Asics and shoes like that, just because, you know, Balenci came out with a couple like the runners, you know, you got the LV trainers, you got all those designer shoes, so it's like anything, because I think even back a couple years ago, Fila, they had like the sock shoe, like how the Balenci's had
the copy.
So I think everybody's copying. You don't really know.
They copy each other.
Yeah, because you know, Asics been around obviously with Stephon Diggs. He's a big time athlete, kind of, you know, endorsing Asics. But like you said, they were always looked at as a grandfather shoe, hospital shoe, you know. But now Balenci dropped they dropped a similar silhouette. So it's like, okay, well now we can go with the Asics just because they look similar. And you know, from afar you can't really tell, you know what I'm saying, what it is.
Yeah, I feel like the Bottegas, like they took that whole style with the Asics. After Asics was kind of dying down, then the Bottegas came out. The Bottega Orbits. So they kind of look like identical from far away.
Well, that's a wrap on Upscale. Shout out Mitch and the team for taking the time to talk to us. If you ever in Tanga outlets, make sure you stop by to check them out. This has been Off the Rack. I'm Smooth, and until next time, take care.